My name is Tommy Watkins. I'm your instructor here for the new Go To Live Together. Before I get into this week's live, I'd like for everyone to go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you too can continue to receive content like this each and every week that will not only enhance your mobile in-car fingerprinting business, but your in-car fingerprinting business as well. This week's topic, or this week's guest, he's Brandon Edwards, president of Bayou City Fingerprinting, located in Katy, Texas, the Lone Star State. Mr. Edwards, it's a pleasure to have you on Fingerprinting Gurus, and thank you for accepting the invitation.
No, absolutely, man. I appreciate you reaching out, Tommy. To have me on your show, man, is truly an honor. So thank you so much.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Edwards, please advise to me what the future of fingerprinting business for aspiring entrepreneurs.
Say it again, like you say, what's the future in fingerprinting, or like
What's the future of the fingerprinting business look like for aspiring entrepreneurs?
okay. Shoot, man, it looks great. You know, I see a ton of upside to it. When you look at um, just our society as a whole, right? Like we're going into a digital age of biometrics, right? A lot of security settings, even on your phone. You got to bring in your phone with your iris or your thumbprint, something like that. And so that's something that's going everywhere, right? And for people that are looking at fingerprinting, or biometrics, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? And it's a lot of room for growth there for a lot of individuals that's interested in starting their own business in whatever form or fashion, if it's mobile or a location. The opportunity is there, and it's not just you might watch a video of a lot of people on YouTube or whatever, and starting your own business here, and it's just kind of fingerprinting, your average consumer or something like that. But you got the government side of it, doing contracting on that aspect. You have different things with biometrics that's not necessarily just fingerprinting a person, but you have time clocks to where they have to use the thumbprint to clock in, right? And
Yes,
you
sir.
can sell those services, right? There's so much kind of to it that you can get into
Correct.
that's why I say it's a major upside for anyone that's trying to get into the industry.
Okay. So I hear you said something in the neighborhood of individuals starting their own business within the mobile ink fingerprinting or fingerprinting business. Uh, what should one do uh, if they're wanting to get into business? How do they go about getting into the business of biometrics, mobile ink fingerprinting, and of course the fingerprinting industry?
Um, so I mean, it's pretty easy to get in. I'll say this though, it kind of depends on what you want to do. I would definitely say, okay, to start off right, do your business formation, right? Get everything set up legally and properly so that you can take payments and stuff like that. Don't have to worry about the RS, kind of coming to you and stuff like that. But
Exactly.
getting that stuff together and then researching your state. Every state's kind of different. If you're doing mobile ink fingerprint, that's the easiest one to get into because all the regulations, don't matter what your state is it's pretty simple. Except California, you have to have a ink roller certification, which is just a background check. That's it. But every other state, you can just start doing ink fingerprinting, no problem, right? So I would, look up your state rules to see. But if you're gonna do ink, then it's no problem. And you're outside of California, then do your thing, right? But look up some pricing, competitors pricing. Kind of price yourself accordingly, and don't undercharge. Right? A lot of people would try to get in. You might feel like that you can't charge so much for your services, but you're offering. I always tell people, especially if it's going to be ink, right? Like our mobile services, you're offering a white glove concierge service. So you want to charge accordingly, right? And you don't
Exactly.
want to drive the market prices down. Some industries that we know of, right? People taking things and different like signings for $30, right? Like we don't want to do that with this industry. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep that value there because we want to make sure that we're providing great customer service, providing quality prints, and making sure that the customer getting what they need. But with that being said, basically, just find out your state rules. Make sure that what I'm saying you got some insurance. I mean, things can happen. Um, get your ink pad. Don't get no thumbprint ink pad. Get you a real ink pad if you're gonna be doing a fingerprinting business. Invest the additional money for that. Don't buy no $5 ink pad. Get you
Exactly.
one that's at least 30 to $60. I buy the ceramic pads myself. I don't buy the little cheap ones. Um, and get to it. You know what I'm saying? Practice, practice, practice. Um, and then, setting up your GMB profile and start getting customers. It's pretty simple.
Right. So I hear that you said something in the neighborhood of as far. Oh, give me just a moment. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no worries.
Get this. I was getting feedback. Um,
Mm.
for as what you do for as the mobile ink fingerprinting business, what does the scalability looks like for this industry?
Um, I mean, you can scale it quite wide. I mean, you can scale it locally, within your city, your state, and then nationally, right? It kind of depends on you as being a go-getter or not, or your expectations of what you want to do with your business, right? Or your dreams and goals with the business. So you can definitely scale it um, up to whatever level you want it to be. The thing with scaling it though is like um, you have to make sure, like, because like when you're scaling it, right? Like, there's a couple ways you can scale it. You can scale it with hiring your own employees. You could contract to work out and stuff like that. The
Right.
thing is trying to find someone that's going to provide the same quality service that you would and representing your company, right? When you sub it
Correct.
out or you are, scaling it via with internally or not. So that's going to be the hardest thing, especially too with rolling traditional ink fingerprinting. It's a technique to it, man. It's not just as easy as it looks on paper, right? Like you
Right.
have to know how much pressure to apply. I seen that you dropped that down. Appreciate you sharing that with people. Like it's different because people bridge patterns. Some of them are a little bit worn more than others. So if you put too much pressure, like you said, it's going to smudge the print. So it's like different things you have like that you need to do. Yeah, other little techniques. If people like hands are large, how can you actually make them fit into the box? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? When you're doing your slaps, like it's a lot of little different things that you want to make sure somebody else is transferring that same um,
It's
customer
based on
service or technology, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
it's based
So
on
you can
having
definitely scale
eye
it.
for detail.
Mhm. Yeah, so you can scale it. It's just a matter of who can you trust to scale it with, right? Because the thing is, okay, let's just say for instance, you sub out to work to. So I'm out here in Houston, right? Let's say I sub some work to you in Alabama, right? Now you go do the job in Alabama. No, let me not say you because I know you can do great work. So let me just say somebody else in Alabama, right?
Right.
They
Right.
go do the work, you know what I'm saying, and the prints get rejected. So now I got to deal with getting this person re-fingerprinted, and I got to see, are you going to go re-fingerprint this person for me for free? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You might still charge me on mobile fee or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you got things like that you gotta have to worry about sometime, when you're
Right.
scaling the business and then especially when it's ink, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a little bit more to it. You got a live scan. If you got a live scan system, it's a little easier. The machine tells you like, hey, redo this print, this and that. You got some
Right.
quality control features on it and stuff like that to kind of help you out. Um, so that's what I would say to that, man. I hope I didn't go too long on it, but
Oh no
I just
no
wanted to
no.
at least cover, when you're talking about scaling and you trying to grow, like you
Right.
got to depend on other people,
Okay.
so
Right. Appreciate that explanation, and of course, my viewing audience they would like to have specific details when it's dealing with scalability, not just one thing. But it's great that you went broad on that. Another thing I wanted to share, a lot of individuals, they want to go straight into digital fingerprinting. Now, is it best for one to learn the ink fingerprinting method first prior to going to digital? Or do you think it's okay to go straight into the digital aspect of fingerprint?
it's a great question, man. I think it's kind of on an individual basis standpoint. I personally did digital fingerprinting first. Well, actually, I say I did them simultaneously, right? Like, and it all depends too on the person's budget or what they're trying to do. Live scan systems can range from, you know, 5 grand to 10 grand plus, right? Like, it all
Right,
kind of depends right on your budget, right? And anybody can get started just doing ink, right? Like, shoot, I
right,
can go buy supplies for under $100 and get rocking, right?
exactly.
So, um, I tell people it's up to you, and really it depends kind of on your state too. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're just trying to get your feet wet, just do ink. The live scan is a little bit more of an investment, so you want to make sure you ready to to do what it takes to get that business. Because, sorry, I'm a side note for a second. I'll come back to it. You have a live scan system, right? You know what I'm saying? It's an investment, and actually just fingerprinting alone. It's
Mhm.
not like some other industries that got signing services that's gonna send you work. You got to go get this work. Like it's not coming to you. You got to go actually go out and get it, right? So when you decide to
Exactly.
make that investment, you need to be ready to make sure you're going to go out and drive to people places, cold email, cold call, all the different marketing tools to
Right.
gain business. People not going to just show up just because you know what I'm saying, started the business. Like look
Right.
at me. Nah, they don't work like that. It's not that type of business,
Right.
right? So I want to say that. But going back to your main question of, you know what I'm saying, doing digital versus inks to start up, I did both. You know what I'm saying? And if you go live scan, I tell everybody that I've ever coached, consulted, whatever, you still need to do ink too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why. A couple reasons, right? Well, one, um, you got some customers, they adamant about it said ink fingerprint on my paperwork, so I got to do ink. So you're like, it don't matter. It's the same thing. It's ink from a printer. It's still ink on the card. It's the ink card. What matters. But not to go in there with your customers, right? So
Right.
you're like, all right, cool, no problem. So you can ink them. If you just do live scan or digital and you don't know how to ink somebody, then that's shame on you as a business owner. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? What we talking about here? You're a fingerprint business. It don't matter which
Hmm.
method you choose. Like you got to know how to service your customer too. What if the machine go down? Or you say we close for the day? Nah, I'm still want your
Over the
money. You
time.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, we still getting paid today. So
Right.
I'm an ink. Then also, one last reason I would say is why you still need to learn this if you're starting off live scan and not doing traditional ink, is you're going to have some people that will come to you with documents from other countries that you cannot put in your live scan system because the live scan system is based on the US FT258 card and then some of the other
Right.
cards like the Maryland CJS or the Ohio BCI, right? Those particular cards.
Correct.
Um, that's kind of what it's based off of for the most part. So with that being said, if somebody comes to you with a document from like South Africa, so their page is a 8x11 and all the fingerprint boxes go along the edges of the paper. So you
Okay.
can't put that in your live scan system and do them. You got to actually roll their fingerprints. Canada, they have a
Okay.
RCMP, right? The Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They have a different document. Every country had their own stuff. So you
Okay.
got to know how to ink and roll them. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I tell everybody, if you're gonna start off ink, do ink, and then go up to live scan if you so choose. If not, stay doing ink. If you're doing live scan, hey, still do traditional ink. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be an all around company. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's kind of my take on if you should do one or the other. I say if you're doing ink, just do ink. But if you want to do live scan and start out, still learn ink.
Or you can do both, basically.
Yeah.
So far as you being there in the Katy, Texas area,
Mhm.
how many uh, locations do you have under your belt there within the Lone Star State?
Shoot, man. Here in Texas, I got okay. Sorry, man. Yeah, okay. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 9 out here in the Houston surrounding areas.
Okay.
And then I got a location partner in Boston, and then in Memphis, Tennessee as well. And then I have some paperwork that's out right now, waiting for it to come back for this location in Louisiana. So,
Okay.
but it's different location in Louisiana, man. So I got a couple. Please forgive me. I got to count it. It's just kind of not being arrogant. It's just man, I gotta remember. I got so much stuff going on. Sometimes, man. I just know the money coming in. How
Oh,
about
that's
it?
just fine.
The money
So,
coming.
so, so,
You know what I'm
ladies and
saying?
gentlemen, Mr. Edwards here is a very successful fingerprinting technician within the industry. He has scaled his business to over 9 locations, and that is not a coincidence. When you do good business, success follows, and he is a prime example of that, and he's leading the way for myself and other ink fingerprinting technicians to come here in the area. Uh, for us, those areas are all of them set up, I guess, to do ink fingerprinting digital, or how is the format set up, and do you provide other services?
Yeah. So, man. all of them have live scan systems, except one. It's one where I'm trying to test the area out. So I started out ink only for a couple of reasons. Like I said, to test the area out, and shoot, it's cheaper to start a location, right? Like I can start and just do ink only, no problem. Boom.
Right.
So that's the reason for that. Um, but yeah, man, that's how they are. All of them pretty much live scan. The thing is too with ink, man. Let's say you get a job. Uh, let's say you get a mobile job, or let's just say you got to. I guess yeah, because you're speaking mostly to mobile people, right? So, man, if you got to go do 5 cars for 10 people each, 5 cars each for 10 people, oh, you're gonna be tired. You're gonna need some help.
Pretty
You know what I'm
much.
gonna do? Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring my live scan system and fingerprint you one time and print out 5 cards. Now,
Uh,
you know what I'm saying?
that's
And,
smart.
and, and I'm gonna charge you for each one. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be out of there in less than an hour.
Right.
You go ink. So ink is cool, but like I say, when you start doing bigger jobs and stuff like that, man, it's you want that live scan system with you.
Right.
Are you gonna
I've
bring
been there.
somebody to help you ink all them people? You know.
I've been there. It'll definitely work you if you don't have good ergonomics.
Yeah,
For his,
yeah,
yeah, for his your body and stuff. You got to keep upright posture in order to keep any torque off your back, basically. Um,
right, right, absolutely,
Mr.
absolutely.
Right. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Edwards is a very successful fingerprint business owner within the Texas area. Like I said, I don't think uh, what do competition look like for you in that surrounding area, if any?
Man, it's a lot of competition, man. It's not as much as some states like a Florida where it's open, so everybody opening up a fingerprint business.
Right,
Texas, it's a closed state, has a sole vendor, just like Alabama, right? But our vendors it's a little bit, they got a little bit more strong on the way they operate.
right,
And but the thing is, man, I really it's competition, but it really ain't because I feel like I'm my own competition. Honestly, man, I'm the only one that's stopping me. Doors are closed, but others are open.
right,
So I never feel like it's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard, and it's hard. You got to fight. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard, man. Every day, going through everything, but you know, it's well worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if I was to have a conversation with you out there about all the stuff I didn't experience, man, in the time of me starting this fingerprint business and the
right.
places I've been, and the people I've met, and the people I've talked to, the
Exactly,
relationships that I've built, I wouldn't imagine that, 3 years ago when I was working in a hospital. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? But it was something that I had to do, competition or not. Like I'm gonna make this work. You know what I'm saying? Just stay prayed up. I got a great team around me, and we just continue to push, man. And so, I say with competition, man, I really don't feel like I have it. You know what I'm saying? Just because of my mentality, like my state vendor, man, is a block away from me.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like we right here, we still in it. My other office, they like 2 miles away. Like
right.
you know what I'm
You
saying? And I market to a different demographic or a different.
got
I know who my audience is. I know who my customers are, right? So I'm marketing to them versus people that are needing the state
right.
services. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of difference. So
But it's funny when you said that far as your competition, and of course your Google reviews reflect that for not just one location, but for all nine respectively or nine plus. And of course, I just jot down a few of the Google reviews as far as what the customers had expressed for the reviews. They said quick and friendly service, very professional, excellent communication, prompt service, easy and efficient, helpful, accommodating, and demonstrate expertise. Ladies and gentlemen, it don't get any better than that. If you're going to be within this profession, you have to exemplify what I just said and plus more to be successful in this industry. This, forget all the stuff that you hear you can make uh, 10, 20,000 in a month, you won't get there until you can display all these things and more moving forward in business. Um, Also, Mr. Edwards, do you provide any training or anything of that nature? Are you looking to get into the training arena for fingerprinting? If so, explain.
Yeah, and I'll say, man, thanks for bringing those reviews up, man. That was funny. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem.
I like how you segued into that. That was dope. Um, man, so I tell you, a lot of people know me. Some that don't. I was a part of another program. What I'm saying, to help coach a lot of people. What I'm saying, across the United States. That's how I know everything pretty much about fingerprinting in any state. You can pretty much ask me about it. I can lay it down on you like no problem. What
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying. But you know, um, myself and Auntie, some of the people that know Auntie Rhonda, Rhonda House, what I'm saying. We got something coming out, what I'm saying. Fingerprint University is gonna be coming
Okay.
um next couple months, what I'm saying, that we're gonna give you what we got, right? Like, it's a lot of information out here that's incorrect, and we want to make sure, people getting the information that they need, and
Exactly.
we want to help people be successful. What I'm saying? You're getting it from people that actually do it. I got locations. She got locations. Uh, like I say, I got relationships with a lot of people in some higher places and things of that nature that people probably have never been privy to, and
Right.
a lot of just different information and tools that's been put together to assist someone to make sure they are successful in the business. And like I say, keeping it real too. Like, you don't have to work. You want 10 grand a month, you gotta work for it. Ain't nobody
You
finna
have to
just give you
grind.
10K a month. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Can you do it? Yeah, but it's hard.
Right.
But I tell you, once you make it, it's easy after that. It
Right.
keep coming after that. But it's hard to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got different goals. Somebody may just want to make an extra 1,000 a month. You can do that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Be content. So just do whatever is best for you. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, to get back, we'll be doing that, coaching consultant, and it's for individuals that are looking to get started. But we really would like to work with people that are really serious about it, because it's my time, man. We got locations we running, right? Like, so the time spent to help you out. I got to make sure that you're serious about implementing, the things that we're recommending or suggesting for you to do within the
Right.
program, because I don't want to just keep repeating myself and wasting my time, right? And time is something you can't get back. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? So, I want to make sure that it's something that we can was definitely being maximized by the people that decide to come and enroll in the program, and be a part of the coaching calls and things like that, man. And some of the different things that we do, man. As far as getting some B2B sales and stuff like that, and how I'm in some gun stores and things like that. That a lot of people don't know that they can do. So we want to try
Right.
to make sure that you can share that information and share the right information and help level up everyone.
Right.
So, yeah, that's something that will be coming out, man. Next few months, so look out for us. Hope to be able to do some stuff with you as well, man, and we all do this thing together.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brandon Edwards has a course coming out called Fingerprinting University next month. His course is not just there for the Texas area; it's for the whole United States and I guess abroad. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whoever. I mean,
And
if fingerprinting can be done anywhere. I schedule fingerprint appointments in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everywhere, and I um, know some things about that too for other countries and different regulations and stuff like
right.
that. And then you got a lot of people too. Where you got a lot of expats, right? So they always trying to find someone that can fingerprint them, and especially on the FD258 card, the U.S.
Right.
standard, right? So they can send it back, so they can get an FBI background check if they're trying to get like a foreign visa to work or live, right? So they need it's called a departmental order, but basically FBI background check or a police clearance certificate.
Okay.
Um, so having someone foreign that can do that for them is gold. You can charge whatever you want. They got actually, I tell you, they got a lady in had the opportunity. I don't know if she ended up doing it or not, but the country of Bermuda, they charge $100 per fingerprint card because nobody else out there can do the fingerprint
Oh,
cards.
oh, Wow,
You
I'm
know,
close to
$100
that
per
here in
car. You dig
Alabama.
what I'm saying?
I actually did that
So
here in the area.
yeah,
So that,
what's
that's
that?
impressive. I said I've
Yeah,
done
yeah,
that
but
here
it's
in
that country.
Alabama.
Yeah, but like I say that's another country, right? So it's different
Right,
because they need it for the U.S., right? So it's different things like that, man. That with other countries and stuff where they can be successful in offering
right.
American-based fingerprint and even fingerprint for their country. I even had I got a lady right now, man, that she's in Spain and she's sending me her fingerprints, but I'm having them scan them to me so I can look at them first to make sure they're approved before I can process them.
Correct.
But she can't find anybody out there that can fingerprint her and get quality prints. Now her wristband is a little worn.
Right.
I told her a hydration protocol that she could be prepped for her next
Correct.
appointments, but the prints still look like crap. Like if you got the fingerprint box right, the
Right.
prints are all like this, and
Hmm.
barely on there.
Right.
Is ink on half the finger. I'm like, who'd you find to do this? Right. So we're going back and forth right now. For her in another country of Spain, trying to get somebody to do this so I can provide this background check for her so that she can get her visa so
Right.
she can continue living there, right? Otherwise, she got to come back to the United States. So, it's different things like that, man, that are out there that like say the kind of I guess I'm a little bit more, but I want to give some examples about fingerprinting outside of the country.
Okay.
So
Mr. Edwards here is a wealth of knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. He's put me on some things that I didn't know as a guru. I'm not afraid to say that. We can learn a lot of things for each other. That's the reason why I tapped him to come on to the show because he has demonstrated again and again and again his expertise within the fingerprinting community. Uh, what should one look for uh, I guess when deciding on a training course of any kind, if they want to get into the industry.
okay, yeah, and thank you for your kind words too, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem.
Um, you know, so one thing you want to look for, right? And that's all. I mean, for one, I guess somebody you relate to, right? You can kind of relate to. I know when I was signing up for Notary when I first started, they had a couple people out there, and I wanted to
Right,
sign up with somebody I could feel like I can kind of relate to, and
right,
was giving me the information I feel like I would be able to process and need, right? So I would say somebody you feel you could probably relate to and be able to learn from them. Everybody has different coaching styles, everybody has different learning styles, right?
right,
So seeing if that person offers the type of learning style or coaching style that works with your learning style, so to speak,
right.
right? So I would say that. Two, somebody that's doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got I don't know who's on YouTube and doing stuff, but you got people that's,
It's
they got a course. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they got a course, but man, shoot, you got a location. How many businesses? I mean, how much money you making? How you know what I'm
right,
saying? Like, do you have good rapport? Are you getting great customer service? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really know what you teaching me?
right,
Like, do you really know it? Have you experienced what you telling me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to look for.
right,
Somebody that's real. Like, I don't need nobody kicking fake to me. I need somebody that's gonna be real, honest, straight up with me, and give me all the information I need, and then help push me. Right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when people get started, man, really they just need a push or somebody to just kind of hold them accountable, right? And
pretty
so
much.
if you could have like a community or something like that where people can be accountable to one another and help each other grow and grow together, you know what I'm saying? That's something that I think it would be beneficial and helpful, when you're looking for a program to join, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes the cheapest ain't always the best way to
The
go. You know what I'm
best.
saying?
Exactly.
You get what you pay for every time. I'm gonna let it be known now. Like me and our program not gonna be cheap. My time I can, we like giving back,
Right.
but like my time spent, I could be spent on my own location. And I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but that's just what it is. I can spend on my own location. But if I want to spend time to get back to you, I want to make sure that I'm compensated. If I'm not compensated right, then you're not gonna get the you're not gonna get the full training, right? I'm like, man, I'm doing all this, I ain't even making no money because I decided to do it for cheap.
Right.
But if I'm getting
So
compensated and then you making your return on your investment, because that's what it is, it's an investment. So what you're doing is when you're buying for coaching and consulting, one thing that you're doing is you're buying time. I've been doing this since 2019, like day in and day out, sleepless nights, all this stuff, right? So you buying all my information from 2019 so that you can leapfrog your business right now in
correct.
3 to 6 months. That's what you buying. And some people don't
Exactly.
correlate that,
They
but
don't.
hey, you don't want to pay? Cool. Spend four
Right.
years learning everything and get your business going. Like, cool,
Well,
do that. That's fine.
Well,
Um,
it's funny that you say that, Mr. Edwards, and many believe they can uh, take some from this YouTube channel and that YouTube channel and piece together something, but you won't actually be getting uh, something that could really catapult you forward from that one individual because you're piecing it together like a jigsaw puzzle. You tend to get
right, right.
junk at the end, basically, when you do so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, you're right, man. And like I say, it's just um, I'm just being real, right? Like it's just being honest about it and my knowledge because I know I've paid for coaching and consulting before, right? So I understand it. Um, everybody know I took Bill's course, from notary, and used a lot of those principles on just basic business building and stuff like
He's
that,
very
right?
respectable.
And
He's very respectable in the business.
absolutely, absolutely. So, that's. So like I say, I'm used to. I pay for other things as well. So, um, it's yeah, you just gotta. It's all
So
about you, right? Like what you trying to
right.
do. So, yeah.
So for the listener out there that's viewing uh, this live, many probably want to know what that would consist of for us. Um, the learning, would it consist of self-paced? Will it consist of on-site, or will it be live interactive based?
So it's gonna be a couple of them. So it's gonna be online courses, kind of self-paced. We're gonna have some coaching calls available throughout the week to be able to speak with us, and we also have some live chat community interaction available as well, so that peers can help one another out. And if people want to do in-person training, that's fine. We can offer that something uh, that can be done, right? Uh, just with coordination though and where people are located, because you can have people from
Yeah, those
so many
times,
different places,
right,
but
those
definitely can do.
time zones can catch up with you.
Yeah, 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 absolutely,
It's
absolutely.
lucky that you and I are on the same time. So I was like, "Ooh, thank God," because
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
good luck in a
yeah,
lot of situations.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely, man.
Um,
So,
well, is there anything else you would like to share in regards to the fingerprinting industry for individuals that are closing out in general?
um, I'll say this, man. You know, um, you can be successful. Believe in yourself. Pray to, if you believe in God, pray to God. You know, um, you always be protected and step out there. It's hard. The hardest part is stepping out there. And do it. You don't want to leave life with regrets. You don't want to be 70 years old saying, "I wish I would have."
There you
Man,
go.
if I could have. You know what I'm saying? So just step out there on faith, man, and not blind faith though. I mean, make sure you got some money and everything, like and you got your training and all that. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't just
Right,
man, you know what? I'm gonna do fingerprint. I ain't never
right,
practiced or nothing. I'm gonna go and get some money for somebody. Don't
right.
don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But um now, man, step out there and at least attempt it. And then when you attempt it, you know what I'm saying, put more into it. You know what I'm saying? Put more than you've ever done before into something. If you stepped out there and wasn't successful in some other businesses, it could have been a good business in a bad economy. It could have been a bad business from the jump, right? Like could have been random spoons. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I could have said random spoon for Mark, but now you know what I'm saying. Like, but this here is a great industry. It's a lot of market. It's a lot of room for growth in it. Um, it's not that hard to get started, and it's not when you look at businesses, the startup costs of different businesses.
Right.
When you look at this one here, if you start off with Ink or even live scan, and the return on the investment that you can get, right? Like it's a lot of great upside to it, but it's a lot of hard work too. So
Definitely
step
is.
out there. The first thing I say, step out there, man, but be ready to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't shortchange yourself. You can go and punch somebody else's clock and sit on there for 8 hours and do 3 hours of work. But don't do that to yourself. If you really want to be
Right.
successful in this business, give it your all for 11 hours. I don't go to sleep. When I leave here tonight, I got a 45-minute drive. I got more work to do. It's the
Exactly.
weekend. People want to watch. Man, I don't really watch sports and stuff no more. People tell me, man, you know this happened. I had no idea because it wasn't about fingerprinting.
Likewise.
But that's how much I had to dive into it to get, where I'm going because I ain't nowhere near where I'm going to end up. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
step out there, put in the work, don't shortchange yourself, and the blessings and the returns will come. So that's what I leave you with.
It's also one more thing I forgot to ask for the viewing audience. Would like to get the feel for the fingerprinting fees across the country for mobile ink fingerprinting. You could what's your starting um, minimum for at least one card there in your area of Katy, Texas, or I guess the surrounding area?
So mine is a little different. So you got to pay me $250 just to go the first 10 miles, just to
Okay.
book an appointment. I don't, like I say, I'm a white glove concierge service, man. I can have people come to me or whatever, right? So you want to come to you don't pay me plus the services rendered.
There
So
you go.
generally I charge $40 for two cards, but on mobile it's $25 per card. So 250 plus $25 per card. If it's some ink fingerprinting cards, right? But I tell you this, so this is the thing though. So I do mobile business appointments. I don't want to hassle. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not my own customer because I'm looking for the deal. You call me and I'm just a regular individual. You tell me 250, say, man, can I come to you? You know what I'm saying? Can I meet you halfway, right?
Right.
But in
That
my
don't
business,
change.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, that
I
ain't
get
how I
that
do
all
it
the
because,
time, bro.
yeah,
Of
I'm
course,
not
mine
trying
is
to
not
haggle
two
with you.
fifty either, though. But yeah, that's a nice rate.
Yeah, I mean, what we talking about? It's a business. I'm not
Yeah.
going this branded. Bayou City Fingerprinting got expenses. I got to keep the lights on in here. I got my car I got
Correct.
to take care and maintain. You know what I'm saying? To come to you, I got my supplies. Like it's a business, and that's what people need to understand. This is a business. It's not, oh, I'm just doing my side hustle. Everybody's a side.
Exactly.
Nah, this is a business, man, and I need to get paid accordingly as a business. So I don't like talking to like when individuals call me. I tell them my price so they can say that I want to come in because I don't want to
Right.
haggle with you. Man, with
Right.
such doing it for $20. Go to them then. I don't
Right.
I don't need
And
you as my I know you're not my customer and I'm cool with that. Like that's something you
exactly.
have to learn too when you start. Everybody not your customer, and that's
Right.
fine. Like I
And that's
tell
the
people,
reason. And
mm-hmm,
that's the reason why I set up automation as well, so you can filter out a lot of that type of behavior where the ones that are serious they can book there on the
absolutely,
website. And of course, I know
absolutely,
you have those services because you're set up, you're well established for as a mobile ink fingerprinting business. And that's why I try to explain to others, fingerprinting gurus that you have to act the biz, you got to act the part. You got to be
yes sir,
business right. You have to have the Google reviews. You have to have all these things in order to get top dollar in this industry.
mhm,
Those
right,
reviews
absolutely,
will speak for you, and that can get you your increased dollar amount.
absolutely. I tell people, I shop at Macy's, but I like Neiman Marcus customers, Gucci customers, and them. I want those customers. I don't want my own customers that's in my same realm because
Right.
they're not going to pay me my fee. And then I'll tell you this too, man. Starting off is going to be a little bit harder, you know, um, if you are doing individuals. So you just charge them accordingly to your area. So, you know, if you can try to get away at least $100 though for the mobile job minimum, plus the fee. But don't go to nobody for no $50. And I tell you, it's funny.
Oh,
I'll tell you, check this out, man. When I very, very first started years ago, doing a notary, my very first notary, because I was just so excited to go do this notary for this guy. And he's still a customer now. He's a good dude, a doctor. He owns a urgent care out here in the Katy area. Man, I was just so happy. I charged $25 mobile fee. He was like 10, 11 miles one way from it. I charged him
oh,
$25 for 6 for a notary stamp. I was like, man, my first, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like had to grow. Like, bro, you ain't finna. That ain't gonna cover your gas for a full tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? And
right.
going with my sister. My sister is a business owner for many years, and dropped a lot of game on. Is like, don't never undervalue yourself. You know what I'm saying? And she was the one to say,
Exactly.
man, you got to operate as a business. And so from that day forward, man, you never caught me with no more low fees, man. That is somebody else can take it for that, but you're not getting me, and I'm gonna make
Right.
sure you ain't gonna have no errors. You know what I'm saying? Like I take pride in my work. You know what I'm saying? So um, I'm gonna make sure I go above and beyond with double and triple checking to make sure everything is correct when it was notary, even in the fingerprinting space. You know, I tell people fingerprinting, especially if you're doing live scan, it's data entry and then you fingerprint the person. Even if it's the car, like it's data entry. You're checking their driver's license. That's number one. I always check their license. You know what I'm saying? Like they ID. Like what we talking about? Don't just
Right.
fingerprint. So
Exactly.
checking it, making sure it's filled out correctly, and then providing the actual service, man. So you don't get that when you get me. I'm gonna make you
Right.
laugh a little bit. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna see if I can get some more money out you. You know what I'm saying, man? You don't want no archiving. Oh man, where you work at? Oh, okay, man. Then I can talk to somebody in the HR compliance office. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you in the car? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a rap with you a little bit to try to get a little feel of you and how you found me and stuff like that, so I can continue
Right.
to get more people like you. So,
Well, man, Brandon, Mr. Edwards, you're a wealth of knowledge. It was a pleasure having you here on Fingerprinting Gurus. If anyone wanted to reach out to you at Bayou City Fingerprinting, how can they go about doing that?
they can hit info at BayouCityFingerprinting.com. You can send a email there, um, and that's that way you'll be able to get somebody on the team to reach out to you. I tell you, people, please don't get upset if I don't get back to you right away. You're not the only person calling me, and I'm running a business. You know what I'm saying? Like this, please know it's not intentional. For me to maybe not necessarily get right back to you. I'm gonna try to, but just think you're not the only person that's reaching out. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So please keep that in mind, and you know, so yeah, I just want to say that, but info at BayouCityFingerprinting.com. They can send something there, and then like I say, we're gonna have Fingerprint University coming soon. Me and Auntie Rhonda. Wait till y'all get a piece of Rhonda, man. Y'all ain't ready for Rhonda. Auntie,
We
y'all
we
not ready,
definitely
man. But
we
you
definitely
know,
looking. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have for as your course. I just released one of my own, so it's like a three-tier type
okay.
system as well. So uh,
Oh,
it's
congratulations, man.
enough. It's enough for everyone to eat within the space. As you
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
they have to find mentors that match and mesh with the individual's personality. So
Mhm.
uh, whatever an individual don't like about me, they may see it in uh,
Man, call me Brandon, man.
Mr.
Shit, we
Mr.
good, boss.
Yeah, Mr. Edwards here, and that's vice versa. So it's money for each and everyone else to eat out here. We just here to help one another, um,
Mhm.
to to network within this profession that's everlasting, just growing. So we
Yes,
need
sir.
good, dependable, hardworking people to come into this industry. Uh, Anything else, Mr. Edwards?
No, man, I just say, man, thank you so much for having me, man. It's been a pleasure talking with you, man, and especially reconnecting, some years later and seeing, man, your growth, man. I love it, man. Like you got a book out there. Everybody support this book. You know what I'm saying? It's on Amazon, with Walmart, and Barnes and Noble.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please get that.
Lulu.com. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's good seeing positive black men out here doing some things, man, and so support fingerprinting gurus. I hope to see you all as well in our program. And like I say, we hopefully we can do some stuff together, some joint ventures and things like that, and maybe be featured on each other's show for more, from time to time and things like that. So, man, no, I just appreciate you for your time and giving me the opportunity to be on your platform. So, thank you so much.
Hey, I appreciate you as well, and look forward to more things to come with you and your new course. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Everybody have a
ladies,
great one, you too, boss.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes Fingerprinting Gurus. Please like, share, and subscribe to this content.